we're going to do a final segment called By the Numbers. And so one of us is going to bring a number. That number is going to be the starting point for a story, right? It's going to shed light on a problem or a solution. It's going to be edifying. It's going to be a number. So, so I've got a number this week, 3.8 billion with a B. And when Jamaal Bowman went on the show, The Breakfast Club, he said 3.8 billion is what the U.S. provides in aid to Israel. And he was asked, like, why should Black Americans care about Palestine? And part of his answer was that 3.8 billion. So he said, quote, "We send 3.8 billion to Israel every year. They're already a wealthy country, already a powerful country. They don't even need our 3.8 billion. That's 3.8 billion that could be coming to Mount Vernon, Yonkers, Bronx, New Rochelle, all the communities that have been redlined and neglected. What we spend in the military can be coming here. Not all of it. We got to defend ourselves, but more of it, right? So that's why it matters. It matters. Like, I don't want my taxpayer money going to commit genocide. I want my taxpayer money coming here to help me have childcare, to help me pay for my housing, to help me develop myself in terms of the workforce, help me pay for education, transportation, quality of life. We have the biggest wealth inequality in this country since the Gilded Age right now. And in my district, when you look at every outcome, health, education, economic, wealth, Black and Latino people are at the bottom. And so that money that we spend on genocide can come here to help us. And that's 3.8 billion. It's one of the best expressions that I've seen that relates what we're not getting when we do the Roger Wicker peace through strength shit, you know? 3.8 billion.
Right. And the usual DC response would be like, well, that's money that is going to our defense industry. It is creating jobs here, which is not only not true, but it's also the 3.8 billion. I mean, Israel gets a special deal wherein some very high proportion of that money can actually be spent on Israel's own. Not only are we not spending it here, we are helping to subsidize the growth of a defense industry which competes with us to sell weapons and tech to the rest of the world, but also to the region, which helps to regional undemocratic governments suppress their own people. So it's bad for a whole lot of reasons.
Fails on its own terms.
Yeah.
And the jobs that it does creates, which, like, to be clear, we know that healthcare and education are better jobs generators, but, like, what jobs are they creating? Probably for electrical engineers, not like working class people. Also, like, are those the jobs that we really want to build long term? No. But the facts don't matter to the folks who continue to peddle those arguments.
Yeah, I mean, but the last thing I would add here is, like, you know, that amount, I mean, it's steadily risen over the years. You've had, every few years it'll be kind of reassessed. I mean, it used to be like 3.4 or 3.2 billion in the Obama administration. And questioning the logic of that is like questioning, you know, religion. I mean, it is part of the basic, you know, it's one of the confessions of faith that one has.
What are we getting out of so much of this stuff?
Right.
You know,
that is a really important and long overdue question to ask. What have we really gotten, and what have been the kind of externalities and costs of subsidizing the Israeli defense industry, obviously subsidizing, the Egyptian regime. There were serious costs too.
Yeah.
We don't see a willingness to really look at those.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. Could not agree more.